Hello, everyone. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a pleasure for me to welcome you today for the first time in Canada. I'm Clara Guémard, the president of the Women's Forum, and with Chiara Corazza, who is the managing director of the Women's Forum, Sophie Lambin, who has done all the program, and Gabrielle Heilbronner, who is the member of the Directoire of Publicis. I'm very happy, and we are all very happy, honored to welcome you today. I came with my husband, and I proposed him to come, and he said, he's a politician, you know, and he said, ooh, 600 women, I'm afraid, I think I would escape. So he knows the power of women. Bridging humanity, this is the theme of all our events this year for the Women's Forum. Bridging humanities, it means, of course, bridging different groups, point of views, experience, institution, and leaders, and means of also generating impact. It also means changing humanity, changing the rule of the game, and I see that there is a lot of young people in this room. We count on you. As I said yesterday, you are the future. And we need you. Canada itself is a strong record of bridging humanity. It is in your DNA, it's in your history. You're deeply rooted in multiculturalism, and we choose Canada because of the new policy you have here in Canada, thanks to Justin Trudeau, and we are very happy to have Sophie Trudeau coming this morning, and also because we are 1 month before the G7. And as you know, the G7 is the place where things are decided for our world, and we want to give our voice, our experience, our solution, our opportunities to say to the G7 that the power of women is not because we are 50% of humanity. It's because we are practical, we are concrete, and we bring solutions that new solutions that are not already on the table. So we really believe that a better world is a world where diversity and everyone has a place. It's the only definition of a better world. There is not another definition of a better world. And what we want to focus today is to say that if we want to solve the big problem of the G7 agenda, which is inclusive growth, ensuring jobs for the future, women empowerment, climate change, security challenges, you have to put biodiversity and parity at the top of your agenda, because from that will come the solution. So with the, we are very proud to have an all-star lineup of speakers, experts, and leaders coming today. You have seen them on the program, and we will discuss how to bridge the gaps increasingly in this world, which is very divided, between developed and emerging countries, between the private and the public sector, between men and women, and between the included and the excluded. In many domains, women are focused on advancing ideas, bringing concrete solutions. Let me give you a few examples, such as reducing gender bias and other negative impact of technologies like artificial intelligence, and also enhancing their benefit, or making local climate change action inclusive and scalable with concrete solution, and also to we hope to tap women's energy to have a real impact on society. I like also to say that we will highlight all that and bring that on the table of the G7 Gender Equality Advisory Council, and we would make sure that all what we say in those 2 days will we bring to the work of the Canada G7 presidency. As you know, maybe yesterday we had 100 of young leaders. They have had, some of them are here, the first at the first round. We listened to them. They are bringing a lot of new solutions, and we really hope that they will, as I said yesterday, surprise us. And to conclude, I want to welcome the we have all the G7 countries represented today, so I think we have to applaud all the ones who are coming from far away. I want to especially welcome the German ambassador to Canada, the French ambassador, Karen Ruiz-Pal, who happens to be a good friend of mine because we were at the same school when we were young, the Deputy High Commissioner Jan Thompson, and the Consul Joan Alsace. And also, and that I need a really strong support from all you, the big and very powerful delegation of Mexico. We had a big event in Mexico last year. We hope to have another one next year, and we are very happy to welcome you today. And to finish, just some housekeeping notes. We will have an audio recording and photography across all the event, and our team of scribes, we have some scribes, will capture the highlight and circulate a take-home message. The hashtag is hashtag WFCanada. And let's get in trend and social media, and we continue also to share that and to come with the big outcome for the G7 summit next month. And to deliver her welcome remarks, I'd like to invite Barbara Manson, Scotiabank Group Head and Chief Human Resource Officer, but she has made all her career at the bank. She knows any corner of the bank and of the world, as far as I've understood, on the stage. Scotiabank has been a very strong and lead partner for us. A tremendous support. Thank you for you, and the floor is yours, Barbara.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Claire, for the kind welcome, and it's really a real honor to be here this morning. This is the first time that the Women's Forum for the Economy and Society's regional meeting is taking place in Canada, and on behalf of the Canadians in the room, I'd like to wish all of you a very warm welcome to our country. The timing and location choices for this year's meeting were chosen to precede the G7 to enable all of you in the room to form recommendations to be taken under consideration by the G7 when they meet next month in Quebec. With approximately half of our city's population here in Toronto born outside of Canada and well over 200 ethnic groups represented, it's well known that we are one of the most diverse cities in the world. As such, it is a very fitting location, and we are very thrilled to host all of you. Speaking as a banking executive and a female in the corporate world, I'd like to speak for a few moments regarding the critical leadership role that the business community plays in building inclusive workplaces and helping to spearhead social change. We at Scotiabank have more than 80,000 employees worldwide, and we operate in more than 50 countries, Mexico included. And we have the largest international footprint of any Canadian bank. This naturally gives us a strong interest in making inclusion work, and we take our responsibility to build inclusive workplaces very seriously, with consideration of multiple aspects of humankind: culture, race, religion, income, gender, sexual orientation, and accessibility. Coming from a bank, I think about gender equality not only from a personal perspective, but we must do from a business perspective as well. And it's my view and our CEO's view that inclusion in a global organization such as Scotiabank truly means that we want and need our employees to be able to bring their very best selves to work, are enabled to perform at their very best, and are rewarded equally for the same work. And we're constantly reevaluating and updating our organization against evolving societal needs and adjusting our policies and strategies appropriately. During my career and through my involvement in advancement of women initiatives, I've seen an evolution in the business rationale for why gender equality and inclusion matter. We've learned a lot along the way, and today we know that in order to field the best possible teams to drive excellent customer experiences and shareholder value, It's an imperative that we are recruiting and selecting leaders from the widest possible talent pool, knocking down barriers that might be disadvantaging certain groups, and promoting inclusively minded leaders. Our thinking as a business has evolved in this area, where a few decades ago the argument for the advancement of women had equitable representation as its objective. It didn't necessarily come with an inclusive environment that gave us the support to achieve. A lot of us were left to our own devices. The argument then evolved from a call for equity representation to the need for our employee base to reflect the diversity of our customer base. However, this can assume that people are and think the same because of how they look, or their gender, religion, or sexual orientation, which discounts their experience, their skill set, their aptitude, and their performance. These were valiant rationales, meant with the best of intentions. We still hold them dear, and they helped move the dial to a time where during a time when the dial desperately needed to be moved. But advancing women isn't a responsibility that businesses need to shoulder. It's an imperative for their own success, no matter where they operate globally. Because in the world of business, maybe most acutely, performance matters. Getting a promotion because you're a woman or because you look like your customer, no woman wants that. She wants it because she is the most qualified professional and is given an equitable shot at getting it and gets the coaching, feedback, and support to maximize her success. Who doesn't want that? That's why at Scotiabank we've clearly tied inclusion efforts to our ability and need to outperform. We can't afford to not have the very best performers and teams. We can't afford leaders who consciously or unconsciously build teams only from a subset of the population, who exclude women, race, or some other aspect of humankind. Then they have no right to be a leader. If we struggle with people different than ourselves, if we don't create inclusive work environments, then we won't build great results and outcomes for our customers and shareholders, and that is not on. If competitors are better than us at doing this, then we will lose. By anchoring diversity and inclusion with performance, there is nowhere to hide. The theme for this year's Women's Forum is Bridging Humanity. Together, everyone here has the potential to bridge the gaps that exist between diverse groups, points of view, experiences, and institutions by identifying opportunities and actions that have the largest possible impact. There's a fantastic range of experience and expertise in this room, from policymakers to business executives to representatives from nonprofit groups and others who have come together to determine a list of global recommendations for progress on gender equality and to unlock the potential of women in leadership. Over the next 2 days together, you have a tremendous opportunity to positively influence 7 of the world's most powerful leaders. Grab it. The performance of the world needs it. Have a wonderful and productive couple of days. Thank you very much.